Okay, we are live right now.
Wow.
Edwin, are we live right now? All right. Edwin, can you hear me?
Yes, we are live now.
Yeah, are we live now?
Yep, we are.
When you are on the back screen, can you still talk and we can hear?
No.
Oh, you have to come in only. We can
Yes.
hear you. Ah, well, okay.
Yeah, we are live already. Can start already.
All right, we are live now. All right. So thank you very much, Honza Tománek, for joining us today for our first live Facebook chat with you. And it's an honor to have you joining us for today. All right.
Thank you for the invitation.
So we are very, very excited to have you. A lot of our friends are all tuning in because they know a little bit about your story, and they want to get to know more about your journey, about your life story from how you started, about the accident, and how you overcame it to eventually, all the way you train very hard and become the 70.3 world champion.
Yeah. So my age is 33 years old because I had in the 15 years old car accident when I walked through with my friend from football training and car crashed to us and my friend was on the place dead. And I have go by helicopter to the hospital and stay a few months in the hospital. And after accident, I have spinal cord injury in the middle trunk level and thoracic 7 vertebrae. But I can't use my leg and I have problem with stability. But after my accident, I need to do something what I did before my accident. But first time was for me sports activity and good relax, and I enjoyed because before my accident, my parents, me, and my brother lead to the sports and activity in the life. And when I had accident and active life miss me. And really early after the accident, I start sports. And about few months after the accident, I tried swimming. But swimming was the first time is really good for me, good my motivation, good my condition, mind relax. But later it's not good for me because swimming is I think that is really in the pool it's the same. I need to change and I need to do something which I did before accident. But in my life was every time very important cycling. And cycling was first sports discipline with I did after the accident. But about 10 years I did only hand cycling, and later I tried triathlon. And I finished 25 half Ironman distance.
Wow!
But triathlon is my life. I love it because this combines three discipline. It is a really big challenge for me, and I like long training, long distance. I like it.
Wow! So really amazing story. And let's go back to how you started. I mean, after the accident, right? So you were in the hospital. How long were you there, and how was your feelings and emotions at that time?
Okay. So the first time when I was in the hospital, I don't know where is up and where is down because I have many medication and I only lied in the bed. And during next time, about one month in the hospital, I have interest about work, about me. Then I stayed about the next 2 months in the hospital. But first time it was really hard for me because half of my body, but maybe 2/3 my body is not work, and I teach. I learn everything because I need work with my body because everything was new, and because in my life was a new wheelchair, and I must learn the right wheelchair, sit to the wheelchair, and everything was new, but it was really challenge.
Wow.
But sometimes I have little problem with motivation and because everybody who have a hard situation in the life sometimes say questions why are they.
Yes.
I think that is normal, but for me and it was normal questions why but it's not too long. And early after the accident, I start sport, but sport is really good for the motivation, really good for your body, for condition. But when you sit on the wheelchair, is your condition and condition of your hands is really important for quality of your life. And in my life, I had and I have every time like challenge, but I think that the life on the wheelchair is little bit challenge because the situation is little bit difficult than normal life. But I think that you can do everything because my handicap is not too high but not too low, but I can do everything. And I start with the cycling, and I tried many sports, but early after the accident, I have little problem with handicap. And when I start sports activity, situation was better and better. But in this moment, I don't feel the problem with my leg.
Wow. Amazing.
Sometimes I have little sad when I see long cross marathon because this is not possible for a person on wheelchair, but I can do everything because I am right on the bike, on racing wheelchair, do triathlon, and in the winter I skiing on the cross country sledge and downhill skiing. But I think that is everything is possible. But with handicap, it's little bit.
It's much harder,
difficult, and it's possible.
But how long did it take from you? Because normally after a very serious accident happen, people are in denial. They say, why me? And how long did it take from you to accept that it actually happened to you, and you have to accept the reality, and you have to persevere to overcome this? How long did it take you, and what was the mental switch?
I think that half of first year was really hard because I don't know how well situation in the future. But during the first year, I try only relax sports, but situation for me more better because I didn't give questions when I will walk, if I will walk, and I have ambition in the sports. But I think that is not sad. I was about 1 year, 2 years after the accident.
Marcos, one of my friends, Marcos, all the way from Spain. He's also a very strong triathlete and qualified for the world champs and Kona.
Yeah, I would like nominate to the Kona, but this situation is a not good situation in this moment because we don't know when will possible start to the competition because this is Corona age is really crazy for everyone.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So Amazing. So yeah, you have Edwin. We want to show some of the videos that you already done before, and then we can discuss about the different kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, Edwin, can you show the videos? Where's our engineer? Edwin, are you there? I think he's still trying to work on it. So it's just really amazing that you managed to overcome it. Like at the moment, we are quarantined in Malaysia, and also for us, it's a very, very difficult situation that we can't go out and do our sports like what we are used to, and so a lot of us are coming to acceptance with it. But initially, it was quite a struggle because we are so used to training outdoors almost every day, right? So
yeah, but in my home is possible. Train outside is very important for me
right.
in this time, because when I chat with you, but I have about in the February and March and a medical problem, and I stayed 2 weeks in the hospital. And after my chirurgical problem, I started a preparation to the season. But in Czech Republic was many restriction about the corona epidemic. But in situation is more better, because people can go to the work, is possible go to the shop foods, but it's possible sports outside. But when we go to the society, we need take the respirator about mouth and nose. But how I mentioned, is possible train outside, but in this moment is really important for me, and I happy about it. But it's not good situation in your country when you mentioned me that
no, we're not allowed to go anywhere.
Was only home. It is really crazy. But I have it's good for me that I live in the small city, but we don't have too much person in the city. But around all city is nature. But it's possible go to the training and not see other one. Is more better than for example in the big cities.
All right, Edwin can play the video already. our engineer. All right, fantastic. All right. There's another video, right, Edwin?
So I have questions for you. Do you know what is it?
Sorry?
Do you know what is it?
It looks like something you put on the knee.
Yeah. This is knee braces, but when you show it video. But first discipline in the triathlon, in the swimming, sure. But is very important to mention that for me this is my helper to the full extension of my leg, because you know that is very important in the swimming, have optimal swimming position.
Right.
This helped me full extension in my leg, and I can swim better.
So you wear that when you swim?
Yeah, on this one is only for the swimming course.
From one of our friends, he have a comment. It's amazing how someone like you pick themselves up after some unfortunate event. You remind me of the Alex Zanardi that keeps inspiring people. Who do you look up as your role model? You know, Alex Zanardi was the F1 driver that had an accident.
I know Alex. Alex is a really good guy, and I competed with him many times in the cyclist competition. But when I mention categories of hand cycling, I have category for people with medium handicap, age 3, and Alex don't have too high handicap.
Okay.
He don't is very important to mention in the Hensai Funable for in hand bike is we divide two position long seat, the same for me and on bike which you saw in the video, and position knee seat. Position knee seat is for the person with lower handicap. That Alex have really low handicap because he 100% controlled trunk and rest of the leg. But Alex is a really good guy, but different category than me.
All right, I see. So you personally you raced with him before, yeah, few times. Fantastic. All right, okay, we're gonna play the next video. One more video, yeah. This is the cross country.
Country skiing.
Yeah. So you like this one, yeah?
Yeah, I like it because in Czech Republic is a middle climate, but we have good winter for skiing sometimes.
Wow. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. Because I mentioned that before my accident, me and my brother, my parents lead to the sports. But every winter we spent on the ski. But after my accident and skiing miss me. And sometimes around 2014, I showed possibilities. I found possibilities of skiing, but I tried it, and in Czech Republic with one company, we made first Czech cross-country sledge, and I start this discipline in Czech Republic, and I like it because my dream was finish legendary Vassalopet. Do you know Vassalopet or not?
No, I don't know.
No, Vassalopet is one of hardest competition of cross-country ski. Is 90 kilometer on by cross-country ski in the Sweden. But I think that I'm first person on the world would finish this race in the sit position. And it was really hard, but I think that for me it was harder than all half Ironman triathlon which I finished because I spent in my ski around 11 hours 11
Wow.
hours, 40 minutes. In the outside was temperature around -10, -5, -10. It was
Wow.
snow. It was really hard, but for me it was most important moment in sport,
Wow.
because it was really hard and really beautiful. And I think that this race changed my mind in sport activity, and it was really important in my life.
Wow, so amazing. And so like you do all this, like you go for your trainings, like the skiings. Do you need somebody to help you to go over there and help you set up, or you can do everything by yourself?
Everything is possible do on self, but it's better when I go to the training with somebody, for example, in the winter, because I think that every training outside in the winter, which temperature is approximately -10, -20, is better go with somebody. But it's no problem for me go alone. I can do it, but for safe is maybe is better. But for example, for the triathlon, I train usually alone, but only sometimes I go with my girlfriend or friend. But I can do everything. But only the race is good to have assistance in the transition zone.
Right.
Because for example, when I sit to my bike and sit to my racing wheelchair, I can do myself. But when when somebody help me, is little bit faster. But in the triathlon, the competition, is time is important.
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything.
I use somebody which help me.
Yes, of course.
For example, when I traveling to the second side of the world, it's good to go with somebody, because sometimes I need help, but it's possible myself, but it's better.
All right. So maybe for our viewers in Malaysia, a lot of them have never seen a para triathlete race. So maybe you can talk through the process of the race from when you start from the swim, and then how do you go from the swim to the bike? Maybe you can explain on that. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So for everybody with handicap, usually start in the water. No, on the coast for normal without handicap people, but for handicap people, everybody we start in the water. And when we finished swim course, usually two handlers wait to us, which help handicapped swimmer from water. They take us around the shoulder.
The shoulder, right?
Yeah, and take from the water to wheelchair. Yeah.
They have to be strong, yeah. You're not light. I think you're. How many kg are you? They have to be very strong.
Only one, and he was really strong, because only this guy take me and to my wheelchair. And when I sit on wheelchair and I ride to my hand bike and sit to bike and go to the bicycle course.
All right.
And when I finish bicycle course, this procedure is the same, and I sit from hand bike to wheelchair, and from wheelchair to the racing wheelchair, and I am going to the finish.
I see. So the handlers that are handling for you, are they only specific for you, or are they helping other handicapped triathletes as well?
This is very similar, because usually handicapped person are after the spinal cord injury, but assistance is usually the same. But it depends how big is your handicap, because for example, when I have person with low handicap, and he can more help you and helpers, but when you helping person with higher handicap, is little little difficult for you, but situation is so very similar.
Right. All right. And so I understand for the cycling portion and for the running portion, it is using different equipments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe you can show and explain on the different equipments between for the cycling and for the running.
Okay. I tried.
Uh-huh.
It's good view.
Yeah, good view. So, fantastic. Much better than mine.
This is hand bike, but
right.
main different hand bike and racing wheelchair in the power, because hand bike is very similar as standard bicycle. Because you can see any difference, but hand bike have 3 wheels. Normal bicycle have only 2 wheels, but components are really similar and same. But important different hand bike and racing wheelchair in the power, because on hand bike you can see crank,
right,
chain rings, chain, shifting system. But when I go behind racing wheelchair, in the racing wheelchair you have only push frames,
like a disc wheel,
frame as do you have on the wheelchair, but no shifting systems, no chain, no cranks. But when I say that I walking on the wheelchair, but running discipline is similar as walking on the standard wheelchair, because power is by push rim.
I see. So there's no gearing, and for the bike you have the gearing as well. Yeah, you can shift the gearing.
Oh, on the bike, shifting systems are the same. From this year, I'm using wireless control from SRAM. It's really good, but only brake I have on the cable on a grip.
Wow, amazing. So I saw yes. So this is for the cycling, right?
This is picture from Nice.
Oh, this is from Nice, and you cycle up the whole way up to Nice, the 20 kilometer, I think it was 15-20 kilometer of very big slope, yeah?
Yeah, but I think that uphill in Nice was worse in my life, because I think that decline was not too hard, because it was around 5 or 7% to up, but it was good for me. But for example, I finished as first handicap person on the world challenge Gerardsbergen. This is famous half Ironman in the Europe, in Belgium. But we went to the typical steep hill in the Belgium on cobblestones. It was maximal decline around 20%. It was really crazy.
Up. And you just use your hand and go up all the way, 20%.
Yeah, 20% on cobblestones. It was really crazy. But I think that the bicycle course in the Nice is one of hardest in Ironman in this situation.
Yes.
Because when I finished my first half Ironman distance race, I was on Lanzarote. But Lanzarote was I think harder bike course, because in 2014 when I was in the Lanzarote and during the bike course we ascend about 1,900 meters. It was a little bit higher than Nice.
Wow. And what is the maximum speed that you can go on the
Wow,
handbike?
maximal speed on
Yeah.
handbike. My maximal speed is around 112 kilometers per hour. But it depends. Handbike is really fast in the downhill, but
Faster than normal bicycles, right?
yeah, is faster. But when you go to the Tornantes and turn, is slower than a standard bicycle,
Right.
because in standard bicycle is possible drive to the side, but handbike has 3 wheels, but is not too fast to the steering.
Ah, all right. And what about for the running portion? What is the speed that you can go?
Oh, running is newest discipline for me, and I trained this discipline only 3 years, and everything for me was new, and my average speed in the race is around 18-20 kilometer per hour.
Also, definitely very
I'm
fast.
specialist for a run discipline, but in this term I train too much this discipline, and I hope that for next World Championship I hope that I will faster and better in a run discipline.
So far, what is your fastest 70.3 race?
Oh, fastest was 2 years before 2 years in the Serbia, in the Belgrade, this is a capital city of the Serbia, and my best time is 4 hours 44 minutes.
Wow, amazing!
I think that for my handicap, I would like go this year under 4:30, but I would like.
What you're planning and training for it, yeah?
Yeah.
And also, I understand that you plan to eventually go to a longer distance racing.
Yeah, because I finished 25 races of half Ironman distance, and I feel that I need change in my life, because for me every time was really important have a life challenge. But long triathlon is a really big challenge, and I would like go to the full distance this year, and I in the future possibilities go to the Hawaii, to the World Championship in the long distance, but I don't have when it will possible, because this year is a little difficult about the Corona time. But I would like go full distance this year, but I don't know when and where.
So you already starting your training, yeah, for to prepare for a full Ironman training.
Yeah. I started because I feel that is most important for me is longer training on my bike. And I started in the springs. I feel good. For example, yesterday I was on training with my girlfriend, and we went 125 kilometer. But I think that kilometer was well. I must train more and more for the basic endurance.
All right. So I for your training, do you have like a training program or coach to guide you?
Sorry, please repeat.
Do you have a training coach for your triathlon, or you come up with your own program?
At this moment, no, because I cooperate with many guys in the triathlon and during my cycling activity. But in this moment, I studied training and sports on the university, and I make training plan myself. And for example, I do training plan other guys around me, but I think that is the best solution for me, because I think that every day is different, but handicaps are different too. But in Czech Republic, is not too much trainers have experience with making training program for the handicapped person, because when you have a handicap, you must better planning, because is possible when you have a hard training on normal bike. You can go home. You can went home after training total dead, and when you sit on the wheelchair, it's not possible, because you have only two hands which do everything. But it were very important, good planning training.
Okay, so can you maybe tell us roughly how do you train in a week? Like on Monday, what do you do? Tuesday, what do you do?
Oh, this is different. How is other program, but at this moment I have a good system of 4 days training and 1 day relax, and during the 4 days, and first and second day I go in the first phases to bike around 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
And afternoon I'm going to the 1 hour run, and the first and second day is the same, and third day I have longer run.
Okay.
I go to do, for example, around 2 hours training, and for today I have endurance bike around 5 or 6 hours.
Wow!
And this is model for this term for me, because in this time it's not possible to go to the swimming pool or open water, because in Czech Republic is temperature around 15-20 degrees maximum. But I would like to go to the open water, but and temperature in the, for example, in the lake is around 10-12 degree, is really cold. But I would like go to open water during the next 14 days. But in this time I combine only bike and run.
I see. And you do some coaching also, yeah, for your friends?
Sorry?
You do some triathlon coaching as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So the athletes that you coach, they are normal athletes or para-triathletes?
Yeah, I coach normal athletes.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to help my clients with build of their training. I think is with the movement program, because in the Czech Republic is more better trainer that I, but I would like motivate my client to the sports, and I help them with movement program.
I see. And what is your coaching philosophy?
Oh, my coaching philosophy. I think that is most important is feel your body, because you must do something what feel that is good for your body. But I think that is trainer must respect your clients, and talk about them preferences, and which my client prefer other discipline. When I do, I must respect him, and he must respect your body. This is important thing in the sports, I think.
Wow. Okay. So the other thing is, so far, what is your biggest achievement in the para triathlon?
Ooh,
Your biggest yes, for you, the biggest achievement. I know you already won 2 times, yeah, the world championship.
yeah, I was 2 times World Championship. And what do you think for this year?
No. For so many years that you have already done this para triathlon, what is your biggest? You feel the most proud that you achieve?
Oh, in the para triathlon, in the Olympic distance, for me, I think was most beautiful was my first medal in the World Cup in the Italy before 2 years. But the next race, I like remember to it was competition in the Sarasota in the US, and for long distance. Is for me most important is first half Ironman because it was really really challenge. Yeah, this is from a picture from the Sarasota in 2018. But I remember my first title in half Ironman distance, and second is it was beautiful too.
Amazing. All right. So I think we're gonna start taking questions because I see a lot of questions from our viewers as well. Yeah. So Edwin, maybe you can highlight the questions.
Yeah, prosthetic are allowed in the Ironman distance, but people with spinal cord injury with medium level usually use knee braces which I mentioned, but handicapped people can every time swim in the wetsuit.
Okay.
But this equipment is allowed in the Ironman races.
I see. So you wear just now the prosthetic when you're doing the swim in the Ironman?
This prosthetic knee brace is we using only in the swimming course.
I see. All right. Do you have a video how you do your T1 and T2?
Oh, sorry, I don't have it. but I can try to show you. Yes.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Yes.
Swimming.
Okay.
And the bike. Sit to the handbike and go far. And racing wheelchair is really similar.
I see. Yeah. So this one is already explained, yeah, how you go through transitions, because a lot of people are curious. Because in, I think in Southeast Asia, for our Ironman races also we have never seen before.
Oh, so sorry.
This one is asking. This is similar to the previous question from transition 1 and transition 2.
Yeah, this is similar for everyone, but in which when you have a handicap, it's a little bit more difficult. Oh, I think that I'm strongest in the cycling because I spent 10 years 10 years on the in the cycling, but I think that is my best is cycling discipline. But I would like better in the run course. But swimming is I think worst discipline, because when I mention my handicap is not good for this discipline, but I think that I wouldn't good swimmer in the future. But I think that is not possible because my time is around 35 under 40 minutes in the half distance, but it's not good for me. I would like to be faster, but it's not possible with my handicap. I think.
You said 35 minutes. A lot of our viewers, they are very jealous. You can do 35 minutes for a 1.9 kilometer swim. All right, Edwin, and then you have some questions, right? For how big is your biceps? Okay, we go through questions from Tough Asia first. So Tough Asia is the online magazine from Malaysia, and they have some questions for you as well. So because they want to provide to make an article. All right. Were you active in sports prior to your accident?
No.
Before your accident, did you play a lot of sports?
Before my accident, I mentioned that my parents leaded me and my brother to the active and sports life. And before my accident, I think for me, most important was cycling. And in the winter, cross-country skiing.
Right. But you never did triathlon before your accident, right?
No. Only I tried only in the school, for example, but I didn't sports in the full time before my accident. No, for me was sports before accident only as relax, unless relax.
I see. All right. What was the pivotal moment that led you to pursue triathlon?
So, because I mentioned that I searched in my life in the challenge, but I was in my friend on a training camp in the Croatia, and we trained really hard. And one evening, we have a little glass of the wine, and we was really funny. And my friend said to me, "I won't go to the triathlon." And I said to him, "Yes, I won't go with you." and we found Lanzarote triathlon, because Lanzarote half Ironman in Lanzarote was in the good termine for me, because my priority was hand cycling in this term, and I chosen this race that it was after the season, during the October, and we go to this race. It was really a challenge in my life, because I think that I'm good hand cyclist. Bicycle course with 1,900 meters, no problem for me. Swimming, no problem for me, and running, no problem for me. This is the same as right on the wheelchair. And I learned from my friend in Czech Republic his racing wheelchair. And only 1 week before this race, I tried first time in my life going on in the racing wheelchair. It was really crazy, because when we arrived to the Lanzarote, I had depression every day with other discipline, because first time in the sea it was really big waves. Waves problem. Then swimming suit dress off really slow. This is terrible. Then hard wind on bicycle course, and the big mountain on the course is problem. And last discipline run course, too much hills, and I was tired. Every time was problem something. But I remember for this course really good, because it was this race changed my life. And when I finished it, everything on my body was I feel in pain.
Everything is pain.
I was in the finish, and I was really happy, but I feel that triathlon, it will my life, because it was really beautiful.
Wow. From a glass of wine, into a triathlon, and it changed your life.
1 glass of wine.
1 glass of wine.
It's triathlon.
I love it. All right.
What are your preparation for your first Ironman? Yeah, I mentioned that I would like go to first Ironman this year, but I feel that for my body is very important have more kilometer on bike and more kilometer in a racing wheelchair, and build basic endurance is most important for this discipline. I think, because usually I don't have problem with endurance, because I showed it, for example, in the Vassalopet 90 kilometer on cross country ski. But I think that is full Ironman will hard, but it's possible for me, and I am looking forward to this.
Wow, I'm excited. And if you have a chance, come to Malaysia, Ironman Langkawi.
Would like, because I checked, for example, yesterday profile on the Langkawi, but Langkawi is not look like as really easy bicycle course, because I think that around 1,800 meter approximately.
Yes. For the total 180 kilometer.
Do you have steep uphill or long uphill?
Steepest is maybe about 12 degree, 13 degree.
Okay.
But not long, maybe 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer, about 12, 13 degree. So not so bad. No problem for you. You done before 20 degrees.
Accessible course for a racing wheelchair? No steps, for example, no chain things?
I'm not sure, because from the swim to the bike is on the beach, on the road.
Swim is every time the same.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Bicycle course you mentioned that is in the Langkawi mountain, but for me is most important run course, because sometimes have problem with, for example, with the cobblestones and steps.
Yes. Some part of the run course we have to go through by the beach. So a bit of sand, some grass.
Oh, I think grass is possible, but sand is not good for racing wheelchair, because I think that it's not possible go forward on the sand.
Yeah. All right. So when and where will your first Ironman race be?
This is depend, because now is difficult situation, and I would like go to the full distance this year, but I don't know when and where, because I think that I will already when will change situation about the corona. I will already for full distance, but I don't know when and where it will possible, because I have a few competition in my head which is possible, but situation show it.
All right. Okay, so we have a question from Corina Heinrich. She's
how big is your business? I don't know. I think around.
Corina is she's from German, but she's based in Beijing. She does triathlon in Beijing, China. Looks like he can carry and eat nasi lemak easily on his handbike and racing wheelchair. This one is related to the question on Renji. Post up Renji's question.
Okay. It happened.
Okay. How about nutrition intake during the race? How do you carry them and consume them?
Yeah. I think that this training program is nutrition is really important, but I usually eat nature foods, but during the race I using sport foods from other company. I use gels and yogurt drinks. I think is important.
Okay, can we see how is your nutrition? Where do you keep the drinking bottles and where do you keep the food on your bicycle?
I think everything on my bike.
Okay. There's like a place to put it, like inside in our race we have like a bicycle, and then they have like a bottle in between. Is there a place to keep in your bike?
I have everything in back on my bike because I think it's for every professional athlete is good have own food during the bike and during the all distance.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. No, this is not a question. The next question, Edwin. How fast do you...
I am slow on my bike, on hand bike. I finished my best marathon. I think 1 hour 4 minutes on hand bike, but on a racing wheelchair I didn't finish marathon now, but only training. But in training my marathon time is around 2 hours 20 minutes.
2 hours 20.
Yeah,
Very
but
fast.
it is not too good. For example, because marathon specialist on racing wheelchair finish a marathon course around 1 hour 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
But for me, I tried only the training. But you know that in the training you are slower. But I think
Of course.
my possible time in the full marathon on a racing wheelchair is possible around 1 hour 50 minutes. I think that is possible for me.
Wow, that is.
But it depends how is profile, because for example, was you in the World 70.3 World Championship in Chattanooga, Rupert?
Yes.
Was you in Chattanooga?
No, I wasn't in Chattanooga.
Are you remember that in the Chattanooga was really hard run course?
Yes. Very easy.
For example, my time in the Chattanooga was 1 hour 40 minutes in the half distance, half marathon. But for example, in the Nice, where was really flat course, I finished in the 1 hour 7 minutes.
Wow.
This is different because profile is more important for your overall time.
Wow. Amazing. All right. I assume you use tubeless tires. Okay. Okay, another question. Did you face any depression after your accident? How did you overcome it?
I think that is depression after this situation is really normal, but for me is not long time. But I gave questions why I. But I think that is normal for everybody. But I think that is important. Don't have these questions during the long time. And I mentioned that in the initial time after the accident helped me the sports. But I think that the hobbies in our lives is most important for life motivation. But yes, I have little depression after the accident. I think that this is normal.
Yeah, but you look so positive and so happy. Yeah? So,
thank you.
Yeah, what is your secret?
Oh, my secret, I don't know, because I think that in the life for everybody is more, I think most important have plan what we want, because I have a dreams, and I would like to do everything is possible for finish my dreams. And I think that it is important for the positive.
Yes. So we have a goal, and the pursuit of chasing after the goal, it gives us a reason or an objective, to live. So that keeps you motivated and look forward to the next day every day. All right.
For me, absolutely, yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. Any advice for beginners who just started triathlon?
I think that is most important. You must want, because when you want, is possible do everything. I think that is good start training in the one discipline, and after the time, for example, 2-3 months, and add next discipline, because I think that is not good from first moment combine all discipline. I think that is good start one and second and third.
Yes. Start a little bit each of the sport, and also if possible try to find people with a similar interest with you, and then you can train together, motivate each other. And I think that will help them a lot, for the beginners who just started triathlon. Not just immediately you want to do an Ironman, no, but start from small races. Step by step. All right.
Step by step, yes. I use tubeless tires, but for the race I take with special tubeless glue and air. But in the long triathlon, I didn't problem with pressure in my tires, but I have on my bike glue to the tires, but I didn't use it.
Okay. So you ever had a puncture before?
During my cyclist activity, I had problem with this. But for example, during the handbikes competition, is not time change or repair your tires, because competition in the cyclist on hand cyclist is too short. But maximum length is around 70 kilometer. But when you have defect, race is finished.
So when you had a puncture, could you manage to fix it by yourself, or you need somebody else to help you fix it?
I fixed myself.
Wow, amazing. All right, so let's go to the next question. Any next question, Edwin? I will do Ironman Barcelona. It's a flat one. Edwin, any question? Keep the questions coming, guys. So tomorrow, what is your training?
Tomorrow I will combine 2 discipline, and morning I will go to the through 2 hours to the bike, and I would like start interval in my training, and in the evening I will go to 1 hour to run. So before the pool closed, at the moment the pool is closed, in Czech Republic because of the COVID-19. Sorry,
the swimming pool is closed, right?
In this moment swimming pool is closed, and I plan that during the next 14 days I would like go to the open water, but I wait that temperature in the open water will little bit higher, because in this moment is around 10-12 degree. Is not good, it's too cold. but I think that is possible go to swim when temperature will around 14-15. In swimming suit it is possible. When you was thinking, when I don't know, I'm really motivated to visit Langkawi because Rupert.
Yes, please come to Ironman Langkawi. I know
positive.
I know the race organizer very well, so we can talk. We can try to arrange for you something for a handicap race.
Is there a lake where you live? Oh, in my country is many lake, but we have a river. But near of my home is a dam, and I have about 20 kilometers from my home to the dam. But I train in the dam.
Ah. So when you train in the dam, you have to wear wetsuit?
Yeah, every time.
Every time, yeah.
Because maximal temperature of water in the summer here is around 22 degree. Is in the swimming swimming suit is very comfort, but no swimming suit is cold. But at this moment, I mentioned that is temperature is more.
Okay. Okay, we have a question from Bernard. Where do you see yourself in racing journey in the next 5 years?
Oh,
Kona champion? Yeah.
Yeah. I would like Kona champion.
Yeah.
Absolutely. First time I would like finish Hawaii Ironman, and in my heart is world champion in full distance. I would like this.
I definitely hope to see you winning in Kona for sure, and yeah, that would be amazing. So we can tell everybody that you were here with us. Yeah. So before, when the pool was open, how many times in a week do you swim at the pool?
Oh, usually I train 2 times per week swimming.
2 times per week. All right.
Yeah, 2 times per week.
Do you do any strength training?
I think that is a good preparation strength I have on hand bike and racing wheelchair, and in my training I use how we say it, special gums and adapters in my training.
All right.
I don't have strict nutrition plan because I think it is important. Feel your body and give your body what your body want. But I don't eat sweets and everything. But sometimes, yes, I think that it's normal. I think because we must like eat because important in the life.
Yeah, of course, you have to enjoy the food.
I like traveling, and when I am in new interesting destination, I like taste local specialties. But I don't have strict nutrition plan. But I think that you must think about nutrition plan because important for the endurance sports. But sometimes I like taste special local specialties.
When you come to Malaysia, we'll bring you. Malaysia is very famous for our food. Many different kinds of food.
I heard that in Malaysia is really too spicy. Yes or no?
Can you eat spicy food?
Yeah, spicy or not?
Very spicy. In Malaysia, but we have a lot of different kinds of food. Yes, some spicy, some very strong, very sour, some is many different kind of food. So you enjoy yourself.
I don't like too much spicy food. I would like to try it, but when I will go to the Langkawi to the full distance, but I like to try it.
This is Malaysian.
This look like really perfect, but I know rice. Rice is good.
Yes, yes.
Then I don't know. But I would like to try it. But I think that is good. Try new foods after the race. No big,
Not before the race, yeah. So
no
this is
big.
sort of a
Because, for
Malaysian local pancake.
example, when I was in the Turkey,
Uh-huh.
I had before the race some local specialty. It was really horrible, and I stay all night on the toilet and go to the competition.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I would like to try it and after the race.
After the race, not before, yeah. So that's very important, especially for our athletes tuning in. When you are in a foreign country, normally try to eat what you're used to eating before the race, and like before the race start on the breakfast, eat what you're used to eating. Don't try anything new, because sometimes your stomach is not agree with the food, and then you can get stomach problem during the race. So this is a very good tip from Honza. Don't try anything new until after the race.
Yeah, I understand, and I agree.
Yeah. What do you do in your free time besides training? Only training? Or what do you do for fun? Oh, only training.
Because I think it is the same problem for all triathlonists, because we have 3 disciplines, but here we don't have too much time. But in my life is training in the first place. But when I mention I like traveling, I taste gastronomy, and my girlfriend, come in. My girlfriend sent me, this is a strict nutritional plan for professional athletes. This is really good cake from Czech production.
What is it called?
You can taste.
Wow. So who does the cooking at home? You cook or your girlfriend cooks?
Oh, I think that this bring my girlfriend, but I don't know who cooked it, because I think that she bring it from bakery.
I see. What about the daily food for your lunch, for dinner? Who cooks?
It depends. When I am alone at home, I cook. It's no problem for me because I like it, and I like Italian cuisine. I can do too much food, and I like it. I like prepare.
Come eat bakute. Bakute is Malaysian. It's a pork soup. Yeah, Edwin will open. Yeah, this is
great.
It's a herbal pork soup.
Herbal soup, I think is good for me, but it look like healthy.
Healthy? No.
No healthy.
It's so healthy. It depends on the kind of meat, because for the a lot of the Malaysian Chinese, they like the part where there's a lot of fats.
Okay.
The fatty meat. If you have the fatty meat, then it becomes the meat is softer. All right. Do you work, or are you full-time triathlete?
Yeah. I am full-time triathlete, but I mentioned that in situation is not good support of handicapped person and handicapped sportsman. But I am full-time triathlete, absolutely yes. But I am full-time sports manager, because I communicate with companies and with my sponsors. But I think that I am professional triathlete, but I am professional sports manager too. But triathlon and sports coaching, when I mention, is only my hobby, because I have about few clients which I help
Yeah.
then with the training program. But for me, is not important for my work. This is only hobby. I like people and I like now new people, but it's good.
Yeah. So for any of our viewers, if you are interested in triathlon coaching, you can reach out to Honza as well. Yeah. So maybe you after this you get some students from Malaysia as well interested in your coaching. So after
I
this,
understand. Sorry.
some of them I think are interested to take up triathlon coaching with you. They want to learn triathlon with you from our viewers.
Ooh.
Oh, our friends here, our friends that are watching.
Yes.
They want to learn from you triathlon.
Oh, I don't understand. Sorry.
No problem. This question, do you do online coaching?
Yeah, I preparing own web page for online coaching, but I prefer in my coaching activity dialogue with the client, because when I want build quality training program for my client, I think that in the first time I must know my client and I must know his preferences.
That's right.
And I think I like face-to-face consultation.
Yeah.
Is better for me, and I think that is better for my client.
That's right. I totally agree with that, because I do coaching as well, and it's important that you spend some time to get to know your athletes before, because different athletes, they have different abilities, different way of thinking, different way of learning. So you have to get to know them. Only you can.
Because for example, when a new client, usually I spend 2 hours, and I know him or her. Then somebody needs next consultation, and somebody want only online plan, but it's possible. But for me is I like start new cooperation, because when I mention I like new people, because for me it's very, very interesting.
Amazing. All right. Okay, next question. Is triathlon popular in Czech Republic?
I think in this situation more and more. For example, before 5 years back in Czech Republic, is not too much popular triathlon, but in this situation, I think that is situation more better and more better for the triathlon, and we have during last year and Challenge Prague.
Yes.
Very famous race in the heart of the Czech Republic, in the capital city, in the Prague. It was really a really big action for Czech Republic, but in Czech we have many smaller competition. But I think yes, triathlon in Czech Republic is popular.
Is there Ironman already over there?
No. I don't know. But I hope it is next time. But we hope.
All right.
Because I think that for every country is good that have triathlon of Ironman. I think that is good.
Yes. Yeah. I saw your country. It looks very, very beautiful. A lot of beautiful scenery, place, and good place for triathlon training. Yeah.
I think yes, because I live 40 kilometers southern from Prague, from capital city, but around my home is too much hills, but it's not too flat. But I think that we have good possibilities for outside training for the triathlon.
All right, and for
no, I don't have Zwift.
Is there a Zwift that you can connect to, or no?
I use for training. I use road trainer software.
Okay.
Is good for me, and I don't like virtual training in the group. I like train alone and build myself my especially training.
For your hand cycle, can you see the power when you are pushing it?
What do you think? Excuse me.
When we bicycle, we can see the wattage, the power, right? How much watt? Can you see it when you do the hand cycle?
Yeah. I see it, and my it depends because in the endurance training, my average wattage is around 120, 130 watts, but my maximal is around 340 watts. It's not
330, 340 watts.
Yeah.
Wow, maximum. So that is using the hand, yeah? So that is really amazing. So much. Yeah, Eugene, more power than you.
And swimming.
Which discipline is
which discipline is harder? I don't know, because it depends how is situation and how is profile, because anytime is a big problem swimming, because on the sea is big waves. But I think that the hardest, I think it is cycling, because during this discipline I spent long time. For example, when I swim in half Ironman, and in the water I am about 35 under 40 minutes. And when I go really fast cycling course, I finish around 2 hour 30 to hour 40 minutes. But usually is a bicycle course harder, and it's possible. For example, in Nice, I spent on bike course for 4 hour.
Wow.
But I think that is hardest is bicycle.
So it's bicycle is the toughest because you spend the longest time over there.
Yeah.
And all three sports, you're still using the same muscle, using the hands, right? So that's why it's very, very tough.
I think that the muscles, the same muscles group,
yes.
different in the vector.
Yeah. So that is the difference from the normal triathlete, where they swim, they use the arm, and then they use a different leg muscles compared to the running. So then they have a chance to relax.
My leg muscles is relaxed for. I don't have problem with
it. All right. Have you faced muscle cramps?
Faced muscles
cramp? You know cramping?
Oh, cramp. Yeah. I don't have problem during the race with cramps, but only after the race. When I finished, everything is fine. After the finishing, I'm good smile. Too much endorphin is no problem. But when I have a shower evening, I have problem with cramps, because usually I take soap and my hand is not possible go to the right position. But during the race I don't have problem with cramps usually.
All right. So I think that's about it. So thank you so much, Honza, for your time. And before that, we want to give you a gift. Yeah, Edwin, maybe you can show. Edwin, can you show the gift that we have for Honza? maybe he's in the toilet. I don't know. So this is a T-shirt that we have.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Yes. So I will courier for you and your girlfriend. Which design do you like? The one on the top or the one below?
Oh, I think this down is better.
The down one is better? Okay. So I will send you one for you and one for your girlfriend.
Wow.
And later you just send me your address and I will send you this gift for you all the way to Czech Republic.
Okay, I will send it by messenger in the Facebook. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, Honza, for being on the show and sharing your experience. And I think that has also inspired a lot of people, especially now at this time. It's quite difficult for us because a lot of our athletes, they are so used to training outdoors. Everybody is indoor for the last 6 weeks. And now that the government has announced they're going to extend another 2 more weeks, so everybody maybe they feel a bit less motivated. But seeing that with your situation, what you have achieved, I think it has motivated a lot of our viewers. So thank you so much again for being on the show.
Thank you for the invitation. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we all hope that maybe one day you will come and race in Asia, maybe in Malaysia, and we can bring you around and try our local food after the race.
Yes, I agree.
All right, thank you, Honza. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice time, and I'm looking forward to the next meet with you. And I hope
maybe we should have another one next round.
In Malaysia.
Yeah. All right. Happy training. See you.
Thank
Ciao.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.